Good afternoon, friends. I am Ivan Quesada. Welcome to Artist on Artist Live interview. I'm joined by Carmen Diaz Cashatt. She is a BFA 2 in graphic design. Is that right?
Yeah.
Correct, yes. And I'm interviewing her because I saw her story recently where she was wearing this beautiful dress and she was dancing with a couple of other people on this stage. And so I was like, hey, I would love to have a conversation with you. So by all means, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Carmen, BFA 2 graphic design, and I am also the founder and leader of the CalArts Baile Folklorico Club.
Nice. So that's why you guys are doing that.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Tell me more about that.
I mean, it's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
We started the process of being a club in September and got approved in November. And we got to start practicing with our skirts this January.
Wow, so very recent.
So yeah,
Very cool.
very recent.
Do you want to show off a little bit? You have the stage. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Yes.
Awesome. And how long have you been a dancer?
I did folklorico when I was younger, right after moving to Santa Cruz for a few years.
Okay.
I stopped a little bit before COVID, I believe.
Oh, that's so valid.
And then, yeah, I really missed it. So I thought that when I came to CalArts, surely there'd be a club here because it's an art school, but there wasn't. So I started one.
Great. I think that's the best way to go about it. There's definitely a lot of things that I want to bring to this school that I am also like knowledgeable in.
Yeah.
So I hear you on that, and I'm grateful that you brought the culture. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit more about your journey as a BFA 2 and a BFA 1 in graphic design.
Yeah.
Like, tell me your origin of that and why you decided to do that.
Well, being a graphic designer has kind of been my plan since I was like, I want to say like first grade, maybe.
Wow, damn, young.
Yeah, for
really
a
cool.
while.
Wow, that's really cool. You were 1 year old thinking to yourself,
no, first grade.
Oh, first grade. Yes, you were in first grade thinking to yourself, I want to be a graphic designer.
Yeah, we made a arts and crafts thing about what you want to be when you grow up, and I wrote graphic
designer. Wow, that's cool.
But yeah, it's kind of always been the plan, and I just happened to end up at this school. Yeah, it's been really cool so far.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Lots of work and yeah.
I wish I could show some of your work. Actually, that would be really cool. But so tell me, I'm assuming you've always been an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming since first grade you've been drawing a lot. I can only assume.
Yeah.
So do you have like now that you're at the BFA 2 level, do you have like a signature drawing? Like, is there like if you were to create a TV show, you know what I mean? Is there like a signature thing that you go to when it comes to your art?
Like style-wise?
Yeah, stylistic choices that you continue to make that you've noticed?
I guess in terms of, I do a lot of different types of art.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like traditional art and illustration stuff, I am definitely go-to is life drawings and stuff. I really love interpreting the world around me.
Sure.
And then digital art, I usually get a little bit more creative with it because you kind of have unlimited resources.
Yeah, true.
And then in terms of like graphic design, I don't really have a signature there yet aside from I love to use grain. I love my grain textures, and that's about the extent of it.
Can you tell me more about that? Because obviously I'm not a graphic designer, so I guess I'm not aware of like the differences in, obviously there's digital, and then there's graphic design, which you just mentioned.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the three of them?
So
obviously besides the digital thing, but
yeah. So graphic design in this day and age is primarily digital.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, graphic design is kind of like all the design stuff you see around the world, like the stuff I've got on my tote bag, the typography of it. It's,
Right.
Your setup right now, that's UX, UI design.
Right, okay.
All of that is kind of like the modern day definition of design, I guess.
Got it.
And then, you go further back and there's less of a differentiation between the fine arts and graphic design back when posters were all hand-drawn and stuff.
For sure.
But yeah, that's kind of I guess the best way to differentiate it.
Okay.
Graphic design usually involves typography is one of the main things people point out.
Okay.
But yeah.
And so as a graphic designer, pursuing this career, what do you want to do with that? You know what I mean? Like that's
yeah.
always the question I'm very curious about, is like what a graduated graphic designer is going to be doing like on their day to day.
Yeah, in terms of career-wise, just straight career-wise, my goal is to be an in-house designer for a little while, and then I hope to become a creative director and eventually an art director.
Okay, wow. So what's the difference between those two?
I'm pretty sure art director's higher up, but I could not tell you specifically.
Okay. That's funny.
But yeah, I have found myself in leading and instructional roles a lot more as of late.
Okay.
I wanted to be a creative director and an art director since before then, but like in these past few months with the jobs I've been taking on and then the stance group and everything, I guess I've kind of fallen more into that sort of directional role.
Yeah. And is that how you're kind of guiding your classes, or for the graphic design, is there like a specific course that the school has you on?
We've got a specific course. We're all students of this specific course and set of classes.
Inside of your major?
Yeah. So second year, there's a big focus on like hierarchy and typography for the most part, as well as graphic design history.
Sure.
First
so
year,
you're learning like the history of graphic design.
Yeah.
Very
First
cool.
year is all about the fundamentals. So that's like the principles of graphic design and form and contrast and how you apply all that. I'm very excited to see what third year brings and fourth year.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, that's kind of the path that the school has us on right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you said that you work. So
Yes.
how does do you have clients or
Yeah,
like
so
people come to you? Do you have a social media? Or I'm very curious.
My social media is just my full name.
Okay, right.
And yes, I've been taking clients for a few years now, I guess. And I also tutor outside of that, and have been for the past year.
Yeah.
And then I also do a lot of volunteering at art camps that I used to be a student at
That's awesome.
when I'm home for the summer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And where's home, if you don't mind me asking?
Most recently I'd say Santa Cruz. Been there for a while, but I'm from a lot of places.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very fun. So I'm curious as to like, what about this craft you enjoy the most? Like, what's the one thing that you like really dig into when it comes to this career that you've chosen?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you because I've been at it for so long. It feels less like a conscious decision and more just like a behavior that I engage in.
You're just
like a regular
time?
human behavior.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So you're like in it.
Yeah.
That is really interesting. So I have a segment that we're about to jump into where I give you, I don't have a timer, where I give you 1 minute to rant about the school, to rant about really whatever. But hopefully it stays true to like the craft that you're in. You ready?
About anything at all?
About anything at all. You have 1 minute to just rant.
Fire. Okay.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't know.
Just
I don't know.
Something that's been bugging you, something about this, or like something about the school, something about this art, maybe a client.
I mean, it's definitely finding a balance between the tutoring work that I do and my clients and actual schoolwork is really, really difficult. And I do agree with some things that some of my teachers have said about how first and second year isn't really built to accommodate for having a professional life as well,
Right.
which I think really sucks considering how much like experience is needed these days,
Sure.
just like as a baseline.
For sure. Even with a diploma.
Yeah, even with the diploma. And yeah, I get that we're building up our portfolios right now, but I also would appreciate having the time to continue a professional career on the side where I can build up my portfolio with actual real world stuff that I'm doing.
For sure.
Yeah.
That was a solid minute of that. Okay. So I want to get back to this. what's the next time you're going to be
So, the next time we are absolutely sure we're going to be dancing is for Sipekwa next year.
See what?
Sipekwa.
What is
it's what CalArts calls the it's a week-long, I think it's a week-long, week-long fest for Dia de Muertos.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
And it goes by a different name here, so it's called Sipekwa. And we are hoping to collaborate with the Mi Gente group here and set up a little performance on that day.
Sick.
At the moment, the region that we're doing is Sinaloa. This is the dresses that we have right now.
Very cool.
We are hoping to get funding for Jalisco, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see.
And for the people out there that don't know like the history of the different states that wear different dresses, do you mind elaborating on that a little bit?
Yeah, so just all across Mexico, there's a very broad range of dress wear and stuff. So a lot of what people think of when we think of typical baile folclórico is stuff like Sinaloa, like Jalisco, like Nayarit, right? It's the very, very big skirts, lots of spins and everything. But there's plenty of other regions, especially up north, where you will have short skirts that go to about here, almost polka style dancing. And then there's also other places like in Oaxaca for danza de piña, right? That's just a traditional huipil with the pineapple. But yes, regional dress wear is very, very important, as is staying true to the region that you have. So right now, because we have Sinaloa, which one is this? This is Costa, right? Because we just have Sinaloa Costa right now, that's the only region that we are dancing. So we're just doing things like Agualulco, Pato Asado. I'm hoping that we can get to Elotito by the end of the semester as well. But yeah, and because some of my dancers have past experience with folklorico, and Jalisco is like pretty much like probably one of the most iconic styles of folklorico out there. It's the one, you know, with the big ribbons and the giant skirts and the mariposas and everything, right? And because I have dancers who have experience with it, I do want to hopefully get around to getting that funded. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Tell me about the other dancers on the team, I guess. Yeah. So we have the people who just performed with us yesterday. That is myself, Bo, who some people also know as Bella. Oh, yes, I know Bella. And Grace and Alo. I don't know them though. Grace and Alo are both from the dance department. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Yeah. So, yeah, that's that was our performing setup, and then we also have Angie and a few other people who haven't been able to make it to practice quite yet because of their schedules. For sure, but we are hoping to see soon. And through a performance last night, we may have recruited like 3 or 4 more other people. There you go. That's perfect. That's perfect. There's a pretty big group. No, that's awesome. Yeah. But yeah, I really like working with my group. I really like the sort of dynamic that we have. Yeah. That's good. That's good. I like that. So considering this, how does this inform what you do as part of your major and craft and career? Yeah. I also do photography sometimes. Okay, very cool. Me too. I love photography. I could talk about that all day. I really love photographing folklorico. Okay, cool. Because it's just, like I said, it's a very beautiful art form. It's very captivating. Yes. Yeah. And I don't know, I just find it like very visually inspiring. For sure. Even though I don't draw it too often, you know, and there's not a whole ton of ways to directly incorporate like any photos or anything or videos into my design practice per se. But I do think that having like a sort of physical outlet at all is very important to keeping yourself kind of balanced and to be able to keep doing what you're doing. Of course. No, definitely. I appreciate that you said that, the balance of the person and the craft, you know. I completely agree with you. So I'm very curious about like what you draw then. Like I said, I am mostly drawn to like life drawings and realism and stuff. Realism, can you elaborate on that? Yeah, just like pretty much drawing what you see. It's I love stylized art, but for the life of me I cannot figure out how to do it. Okay. But yeah, I have been studying kind of classical art with someone back in Santa Cruz for the past few years. Goes by Gabriel Koch. I don't know if he still has an Instagram.
That's okay.
But yeah, I like to study that sort of stuff. I find it to be very it's easier than it looks to do. And it can be very relaxing and very meditative to just be drawing what you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that something like, do you go somewhere, or do you just like do you sit in your room, or?
It kind of depends. Quite often I do find myself pulling out my sketchbook when I am at an event that I did not anticipate to be as boring as it was.
That's really funny. So you purposely bring your sketchbook?
Yes, I bring my sketchbook around. It keeps me awake if I have to stay up.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, usually I'll be in the studio. I'll make little like life figure setups.
I wish I asked you to bring your sketchbook so we could look at it.
I mean, I got.
Do you have anything on you?
I have finished pieces on my Instagram. Okay, I guess.
Okay, sure. Yeah. It's not the same. That's funny. So let's say, for example, I wanted to hire you to design something for me. What would that process be like?
You kind of just like DM me, basically. Yeah. I don't have. I had a website earlier, but I'm moving it away from the platform that it was originally on because I don't like that platform.
Sure.
But yeah, right now it would just kind of look like you finding some way to contact me, be it through phone or Instagram or email or anything. But yeah, and then what I've been doing by and large is usually just like simple logo design or maybe some simple graphics and stuff, just because that's all I have the time for.
Sure.
For you, probably what I'd end up doing is something like motion graphics or whatever for this sort of thing.
Do you do Twitch emotes? Have you ever done a Twitch emote?
I have not, but I have seen. I do know a few people who have done them, and it definitely looks like a fun project.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah,
I definitely have designers that have done a lot of different Twitch emotes for me. I have one where it's like I played competitive Call of Duty for a really long time, so I have one because I got really good at throwing grenades, and I would call them peachy. I would just be like, in the moment, I'd be like, damn, that nade was peachy, right? So I had a graphic designer make a grenade that looked like a peach.
Fire.
So it was like a peach grenade mix, and it's in my chat, so it's like you can spam it. Just something silly I wanted to bring up. But for the next little segment that I have, do you have any questions for me? It's okay if you don't.
I don't know.
No, it's okay if you don't. Yeah, no, it's all right if you don't.
I've kind of been really busy. I talked to you on Instagram and then I got to work. I've not been thinking at all for the past few hours.
No, I'm sure you're really busy. Tell me about your classes. Like, what do you do all day?
Mostly most of our classes are once a week for like 3 hours, I think.
Wow. Damn, 3 hours?
Yeah, except for we have like our main class, which is just like the main point of our lessons, I guess, is the best way to describe it. And we have that twice a week.
Yeah.
And then we have, this is just for BFA too. For typography, we have that once a week, Tuesdays, 9 a.m. And then we have graphic design history Wednesday evenings. And then usually we have a critical studies somewhere else along the mix.
Cool. Yeah.
But yeah, we have a long window of time for like critique and discussion and everything. Usually we don't fill out the whole 3 hours.
Sure. How does critique work?
Critique, you kind of just print out what you have, hang it up on the wall, and then everyone sits down and goes by, explains what they did. Yeah. And then
explains their process.
Explains what they did, and then the rest of the class kind of gives them critique on how they can improve on whatever it is they're doing. So for example, right now we're working on learning how to make visual metaphors.
Okay. What does that mean? You don't even know. You're still learning.
It's really confusing. I'm still learning.
That's why we're here, I guess, right? Yeah.
Here to learn.
That's funny.
But yeah, for example, what we do for that is we write down the metaphor of the film that we're studying, and then we make our little poster. Then we hang it up, and then we get told like what does and doesn't make sense, where the viewer might get lost, and ways to fix that. Yeah. I don't know how it works for like other majors because I can't really.
I wouldn't know either. I mean,
Do you guys
don't-
not do
I
critique
don't
in theater?
participate in like a critique. I think like the most like critique that we do is just like, we'll run a scene in front of our acting coach or professor, and then they'll give us notes on it.
Yeah, it's kind of like
You know
that,
what I mean?
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much, yeah. It's just like, this is what I saw. This is where you can try this, you can try this. But it's, I don't know if I would call that critique. But then at the same time, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I guess us in the theater world, we just call it notes.
Yeah, it looks, I think it looks different for every medium.
For sure. Yeah. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back, and I couldn't get it out of my head that you do photography. So
Yes.
I was going to ask you a moment ago, but I just slipped my mind.
I
What
do
kind
a lot
camera?
of stuff. I don't have it on me right
No,
now.
but okay, but do you know what it is?
No.
You don't know what the camera is?
No, I know I have a really nice lens.
Okay.
Because everyone tells me that I have a really nice lens. I have no clue what it is.
You don't know what it is? That's really funny.
Very much a hobbyist.
Is it a Canon? Is it a Sony? Nikon?
I don't know.
You don't even know?
I
That's really
got it from my
interesting.
dad's work for free.
That's
so.
really interesting. Watch it be like $1,000 camera.
It is a really nice camera. As mentioned, it has a very, very nice lens. I take very good care of it.
Sick. Okay.
Could not tell you anything about its specs. I've got no clue.
That's really funny. Because I have and this probably wouldn't make sense to you, but I have a Sony A7 III. Mm-hmm. No idea, right? That's really funny, yeah. That's the camera that I film and shoot with. That's really funny. I personally I really like doing cosplay photography. Mm-hmm. That's how I got really into photography. How did you get into it?
I got into it because okay, this is kind of like a weird little side story, but
I'm ready for it.
When I got my first phone, I wasn't allowed to have like any like browsers or social media or stuff on it because I was a kid.
You were
and
young,
you're supposed to
I'm
like have that. So the only external apps I was usually allowed to have were photo editing apps.
Okay. Right.
So things like Snapseed or Photoshop Lite or whatever, Lightroom Lite.
Lightroom, yeah.
Yeah. And because that's kind of the only thing I had to do to kill time on my phone, I was like, I should get into photography.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else I can do with this phone.
Yeah.
So I did that. There's only so far you can go with a phone camera.
True.
So my parents got me a like beginner camera. I think that one was a Canon. Very simple beginner camera. For I guess this was shortly pre-COVID. And then after that, I got my nicer camera, and I use it to take a lot of photos of the forest that I live in.
Okay. Do you live on campus?
On campus.
If you don't
On
mind me
campus, I
asking,
live in the dorms.
Okay, cool.
Back home, I live like in a canyon, basically.
Very cool.
A forested canyon, and I love to take photos of it.
That's very cool.
And I also love to take photos of our dance. And
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish next time you should invite me. I would love to photograph it.
Yay.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. What are you working on currently?
In terms of what? I'm working on a lot of stuff.
Like big projects that hold the majority of your attention. Or I guess because you know how like at the end of the year, the whole school does like a showcase.
Yeah.
Are you working on something for that?
I don't think so.
No, I don't know how it works in other schools. I just know that in the theater program, like we all
for graphic design, what we do is we have final reviews.
Yeah.
Where we hang up all of our work from the entire year, or most of our work from the entire past year. We hang it up
here, or
no, just in the crit rooms downstairs.
Got it.
And then everyone comes and sits down, and you kind of explain what you did, and then you get a critique, and then that's the end of the semester.
That's that?
Yeah.
Wow. So are you working on that currently, or is that coming up?
Because
I know we're halfway there.
It's at the end of. There's a fly.
I know.
It's at the end of the semester. I have a few projects that I need to work on, like in my spare time, just because I wasn't able to complete them in time for class critique.
Sure.
Just because I'm very busy. So I have a few of those, like a small like illustrated book that I'm working on.
Sure.
In terms of other projects, I'd say like this group is probably the biggest project I've got going on right now, just in terms of scale.
Yeah.
And like
long-term
planning.
It's like a big personal project.
Yeah. In terms of long-term planning, I want this to keep going after I graduate.
Sure. I'm sure it will.
Yeah, hopefully. So yeah, I'd say this is probably my biggest project right now, scale-wise.
Cool. And you want to leave a legacy?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I really like that.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share before we go?
I don't know.
No?
I don't think so.
Like come to the next one, maybe?
Yeah, come to see Piqua in like November.
Yes.
Put it in your calendars.
Yes, put it in your
6 months out
calendar.
from now.
It's 6 months from now, but be there. All right, you guys. Thank you. That was Carmen. I'm your host, Ivan. I'll see you guys later. Peace.